It's PAN-NO-RAMA semi-finals and finals, the secondary school PAN quiz competition. Learn the science, history and culture of the industry of our national musical instrument. 28 schools from East, Port of Spain and Tobago competed for units, Caribbean airline tickets and the top prize of $50,000 worth of musical instruments for their school. It's PAN-NO-RAMA.
PAN Trinbago and the ICP Secretariat present PAN on the Rise,
The International Conference and Panorama 2015.
On Sunday, 9th August. Can Japan handle Phase 2? Can the United States compare to excellence?
Come and experience France, England, Canada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Martin, Japan and Jamaica as they come up against the best of Trinidad and Tobago. On Sunday, 9th August, start time 3 p.m. sharp. Queen's Park, Savannah,
the Mecca of PAN.
Tickets available at Cleves One Stop, Crosby's, WAC Radio 90.1 FM, CAMS, Atalees and PAN Trinbago Head Office. For ticket information, check the newspapers for details or call 751-3574, 752-0193, 623-4486 or 625-3556. Be part of this historic international event.
PAN on the Rise. Don't miss it.
All right, people, so we are at this stage. We have all been waiting for $50,000 up for grabs in that big voucher from Republic Bank for you to go to Simon's Music Supplies and get musical equipment for your school, $2,500 in units, and 2 Caribbean airline tickets for the winners today. We are inside this round. We're going to see facing off South and North Coast. Blanche Shares facing off against Presentation College San Fernando. It's carded to be a very good match because these two teams have been moving almost flawlessly throughout the competition. We're going to head straight to the quiz. I am Antics in the building, your quiz master, and we're going to get a little dynamic here today. You guys ready? So we have Anthony here on the end, Renee, Stephen, and Joshua. That's the presentation team. Let's get a round of applause for the presentation team. Yeah. So Jarius, Jewel, Naraya, and Monique. Round of applause for Blanche Shares. Really come from far. And Jarius, of course, is the captain. Joshua is the captain. We are ready to play PAN-NO-RAMA. Quiz time, people. Let's go with the first question. College boys' steel bands were bands that comprised of members who were, is it A, mostly from middle upper class backgrounds, B, students from prominent secondary schools like St. Mary's or Queen's Royal College, or C, more interracially mixed in membership, or D, all of the above? Your answer presentation, Joshua.
D, all of the above.
D, all of the above for 100 points is good. And we're going to keep it moving. The idea of wheeled carts, supporters, and extended range pans meant that, is it A, some players didn't have to carry their pan around their neck anymore, B, players could devote more attention to playing with 2 hands, C, players could play more difficult music, or D, all of the above?
D, all of the above.
D, all of the above is correct for 100 points again. Keeping it moving. All right, we're going across here now. Stephen, your question reads, the idea for TASPO came as a result of what worldly event? Is it A, the 1951 Festival of Britain, B, the selecting of the best players to focus attention away from steel pan violence, C, the formation of the TTSBS, or D, none of the above? 10 seconds.
D, none of the above.
D, none of the above is absolutely incorrect. Sorry. You didn't win 100 points there. So you're going to move swiftly back across now to Blanche Shares. All right, your chance to answer this question. Indigisounds is a creative product that provides for percussive expression throughout the world. Is this true or false?
True.
True is correct for 100 points. Blanche Shares maintaining their position. Back across now to San Fernando. Clive Bradley, Pelham Goddard, Leon Edwards, Lennox Sharp, Edwin Pouchet belong to which era of successful large band panorama arrangers? Is it A, the 1990s, B, the 2000s, C, 2010s, or D, both B and C? 10 seconds to respond, Renee.
C, 2010s.
C, 2010s. Sorry, that is incorrect. Blanche Shares, your chance to extend your lead if you could get this question right. Which steel pan pioneer received the 1999 National Heritage Fellowship Award given by then President Clinton? Is it A, Andy Narell, B, Ellie Manette, C, Neville Jules, or D, Rudolph Charles?
B. Ellie Manette.
B, Ellie Manette is perfect for 100 points. Back across the press, the final two questions in this round. This is how we close this round. It's quick. Unlike traditional steel pans, the fry pan can be played both with the fingers as well as the pan sticks. Is this true or false? Anthony?
True.
True. Seems like you're sure. Let me finish the question. All right, Blanche says your final question in the round. Sometimes referred to as the Judas of Pan, which pan pioneer returned to the island of Trinidad to receive numerous awards after 33 years of absence? Is it A, Neville Jules, B, Ellie Manette, C, Sterling Betancourt, or D, Andrew de la Bastide? 10 seconds to answer. Monique.
B. Ellie Manette.
B, Ellie Manette is correct for 100 points. And Blanche is doing well. We now head to the team questions, and these are the team questions. Remember, you all can collaborate, and I guess the captains are going to offer the response, Joshua and Jarias. I remember. All right, so let's go. Your question, San Fernando team. IndigiSounds is described as the first ever sample library to capture the entire range of the conventional steel pan and its performance criteria. Which of the best describes IndigiSounds? Is it A, a brand name, B, a music symbol, C, music software, or D, name of a steel orchestra?
C, music software.
C, music software is correct for 100 points. And Blanche shares, here's your collaborative question. Which popular layout of notes is used in the design of the fry pan? Give me an answer, 10 seconds.
The spider web layout.
Adjudicators, is that sufficient for the 100 points? Yes. Yep, the answer would have been further extended by saying fourth and fifth tenor pan. So congratulations, we've reached the end of the round, and Blanchishes are going to move into the final. Congratulations to Blanchishes, 500 points. So we're heading straight into competition, people. This is going to determine the second finalist and the second, third, and fourth playoff team. So let's head straight to the competition. Trinity, you're going to get the ball rolling. All right, Roshan? Yeah, we're going to start with you. Here we go. Who was not a member of TASPO, the TASPO? Is it A, Belgrave Bonaparte, B, Ormond Patsy Haynes, C, Neville Jules, or D, Theodore Stevens? 10 seconds.
C. Neville Jules.
C, Neville Jules is absolutely correct. Across to Tobago, here's your question. What did Beryl McBurney do for the steel band movement? Is it A, she hired invaders to perform live cultural music in the Little Carib Theatre? B, she was a member of the first steel band committee of 1949. C, she helped raise money for Operation Britain, or D, all of the above? 10 seconds.
All of the above.
All of the above, and the captain is absolutely correct for 100 points. Keeping it interesting, people. Here's your question again across the Trinity. Kareem? The fry pan comprises of smaller steel pans fitted into one large steel pan. Is this true or false, Kareem? 10 seconds.
False.
False. Seems very confident, and he should be. It's 100 points. That's good. Back across to Tobago, keeping it swift. Kelsey, here we go. Kelly's. Who is the original arranger to participate in all 6 decades of the Panorama competition? Is it A, Clive Bradley, B, Leon Smooth Edwards, C, Ray Hallman, or D, Pelham Goddard?
C. Ray Hallman.
Woo. These teams ain't given chance by 100 points. This one is going down to the wire, I feel. Here we go. By the late 1950s, bands such as North Stars, Crossfire, and the Invaders had wheels to accommodate multiple instruments on the road. Is selection A. B, double seconds and new pan styling for multiple instruments. C, the idea of pan pushers and supporters to assist moving players on the road. Or D, all of the above? Nkosi?
D. All of the above.
D, all of the above. 100 points is right there in your bank. Yep. Back across to Tobago. Here we go. All players in the NSSO are not required to be proficient in the use of sheet music. Is this true or false? 10 seconds.
False.
False. Absolutely false. 100 points to Tobago. Final two questions in this round. I think we're looking at a tiebreaker and a sudden death question here. Bobby Muhammad, Anthony Williams, Ray Holman, Beverly Griffith, Earl Rodney together belong to which era of successful panorama arrangers? Is it the 60s? Answer A. The 70s? Answer B. The 80s? Answer C. Or the 90s? Answer D.
A.
Julian selects A, the 1960s. It's absolutely correct. Jillian? I apologize, Jillian. Making up names. All right. So here's your question, Daniel. That one easy. I can't get that wrong. Which of these bands were considered to be a college boys steel band? A. Invaders. B. Cats and Jammers. C. Dixieland. Or D. Red Army. 10 seconds, Daniel.
C. Dixieland.
C. Dixieland is correct for a perfect score. Round of applause for the two teams after the first round of competition in this second playoff. Perfect scores each. Let's see if they can keep it up with the team questions. Trinity, your opportunity. And Roshan, you're going to get that chance as well here, right? So let's go. Briefly describe the role of Lawrence Jr. Hutchinson as it relates to the operations and functionings of the NSSO. 10 seconds to respond.
Transport and make sure everything that went good with the pants.
And make sure everything that went good. That sounds like a scholastic answer. Let's see if that's enough to earn 100 points. Is it good, judges? Adjudicators? Make sure everything good. And transport. He did say transport too. You're going to let the adjudicators get a little bit of a moment to process that answer. It's one of those answers you need to process. No? First stumble there, what we're looking for is he ensured that the instruments coming from the engineering department at UE are properly done. He travels long distances to obtain instruments from tuners and supervises the fabrication of new stands for the orchestra. Now this is the final, people. I know that seems like a harsh decision, but it's finals. We need to be perfect. All right? So Tobago, your final team question, and this is going to determine the result here today, so you need to get this right. Ranges of each of the 4 GPAN. Am I correct? Ranges of each of the 4 GPANs. You need to list them for me. You have 10 seconds.
For the G6 bass, G1 to C4. For the G3 mids, A flat 1. Nah.
I think we're going to have to expire the time at that point because we gave a little bit of leeway because of the length of the answer. But unfortunately, not enough. So we are going to sudden that. Let's give the both teams a round of applause. Evenly skewed here at 400 points each. Even Stevens, people. All right, so we have to go to a tiebreaker question. And I should use the additional question from the sheet, I believe. Let me just make sure the adjudicators are cool with that to make sure. Are we on point with that? Additional? Yeah? All right. So you guys should be familiar with the rules of this particular shootout. All right? Flat hands on the table. Roshan, you going to answer? You going to answer? Good. You all ready? What do Red Army, Rising Sun, and Invaders have in common between the years 1947 and 1950? Is it A, they all had Ellie Manette as their tuner? B, they were all located in Woodbrook? C, they were all 3 bands to perform abroad? They were the first 3 bands to perform abroad? Or D, they all had George Goddard as a member? Answer.
C.
C is correct. For 100 points, congratulations to Trinity College. Just a matter of speed, not much could separate these two. All right, so Trinity College is going to move forward. We have the final games up next. First and second and third and fourth. Congratulations to Tobago. Excellent showing. So we've given away just about $25,000 in vouchers. We still have $85,000 more to give away, and that's what's coming up next. You've got to keep it right here. Panorama, the action is heating up. First and second is going to be determined with one game when we come back. Let's give a round of applause to Pan Trimbago for making this possible as well. Yeah. And while we're at it, we've got to recognize all of our sponsors like Republic Bank Limited, Caribbean Airlines, the Ministry of Arts and Multiculturalism, as well as the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Investment and Communications, along with the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine Campus, Pan in Schools Coordinating Council, Kemal Design Studio, Sanch Electronics Limited, and we must mention this facility right here. This theater is wonderful here at Lecture Theater 1 at the Faculty of Engineering right here at the University of the West Indies, and I'm glad it's right here in TNT St. Augustine Campus. Round of applause for Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah. All right. So we are ready for the finals. Let me access my questions that have been submitted by the adjudicators. Let me see if the final questions have come to my iPad. Is it here? Final round. Yes, it's here. So we're going with final round 2. The questions are going to begin immediately. It's going to be swift. You need to be on point. You need to answer correctly. This is the final, so we are not going to accept any shoddy answers. You need to be perfect. All right? Prove your worth. Here we go. Panorama. Quiz time, everybody. Here we go. First question goes across to Blanchishares. Sidney Gollop, Albert Jones, Edgar Jr. Pouchet, and Cecil Hunt were members of TASPO 2, members of the National Steel Pan, past presidents of the TTSBA, or past presidents of Trinbago. A, B, C, or D. Those are your selections.
C. Past presidents of TTSBA.
Past presidents of TTSBA is correct. 100 points. Blanchishares opens the account. Over to Trinity College, and the captain needs to answer this question correctly for 100. In what year was the Steel Band allowed 2 competing categories in the Trinidad Music Festival? A, 1948, B, 1950, C, 1952, or D, 1954? 10 seconds to answer. Mr. Williams.
D, 1954.
D, 1954 is actually incorrect. And we go back across the Blanchishares, keep it moving. The G pans are as much lighter than the traditional pans because of the refined steel used to make them. Is this statement true or false? Your answer. We're going to Jewel. Second, Jewel, your answer. 10 seconds.
False.
False is correct for 100 points. Blanchishares keeping a clean sheet. Back across to Trinity. Here's your question. Rudy Wells, Steve Achaiba, Clive Bradley, Herschel Puckering, Rupert Mark, Ray Holman, Earl Rodney together belong to what era of successful panorama rangers? A, 1960s, B, 1970s, C, 1980s, or D, 1990s? Kareem.
B.
B, 1970s? Yeah, 100 points. That's good work. Back across the Blanchishares. ICP is an abbreviation for what? ICP. Oh no, sorry. And that one you should know. That is actually International Conference and Panorama. That's why we're here. So we're moving across to Trinity College. Yeah? Trinity, this is your chance. Remember, guys, we need you quiet on the set. Who invented the quadraphonic and rocket pans? Is it A, Emmanuel Kobojack Riley? That name again. B, Birdie Marshall. C, Birdie Manette, or D, Rudolph Charles? 10 seconds to answer. Nkosi.
Rudolph Charles, D.
Rudolph Charles D. It sounds like a guess, but it's correct. Good work. 100 points. Back across to the people from the North Coast. In what year? Don't forget to take off your mic, yeah? Thanks. In what year did Northern Illinois University inaugurate degrees in steel pan performance? Was it A, 1973? B, 1998, C, 1994, or D, 1989? Your answer, Monique.
B, 1998.
B, 1998 is correct for 100 points. Final question in this round for the Trinity guys. One advantage of the G-pan is that their numbers are significantly less than the number of traditional steel pans normally required to cover the musical range. True or false? Your response, Julian.
True.
True? True. 100 points. So next up, we're going to the team questions, and this is how it operates. You know how it is. You can collaborate here. Blanchishares is going to get that first whack at it, and then we're going to go across the Trinity. Team question number 1 for Blanchishares. Here's your question. The NSSO uses both conventional steel pans and G pans. True or false? 10 seconds.
That is true.
That is true. Unfortunately, that is false. Sorry. So that's a slip up there for Blanchers. This one is going to be tight. Trinity, your question. Here's how it goes. IndigiSounds utilizes a very wide variety of authentic steel pan samples ever created. Which best describes its capacity? Is it 1 GB? As answer A, 5 GB, answer B, 6 GB, answer C, 4 GB, answer D. 10 seconds to respond.
D.
D, 4 GB is correct. Yeah. Keep it interesting. We're not done yet, people. We've still got a second round, 400 to 300. Not much of a lead by Trinity. Blanchisseuse, they're right in range. So let's see who's going to take over. Back to you, Blanchisseuse. Their individual question. Back to the captain, all right? Why aren't steel pans standardized? Is it A, because pan builders still feel the instrument and their note patterns can be revised? B, doing so may stifle the art form? C, the idea is deadlocked between people who feel it should not be? Or D, all of the above? 10 seconds.
D, all of the above.
D, all of the above is correct. 100 points, keeping them alive. Trinity College, here we go. Lennox Pear, Carolyn M.E. Farquhar, Albert Gomez were amongst whom? A, part of the Little Carib Theatre performances. B, one of the first government-appointed committee to stop steel pan violence. C, on a government-appointed committee to standardize the steel pan. Or D, members of the TASPO2. 10 seconds to respond. Sorry?
B.
Well, we have the adjudicators who are going to tell us what we're going to do here. The first answer is going to be registered. And it's going to be registered as incorrect. Sorry about that, Trinity. Unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Like I said, it is finals. We got to be tough on everybody here. Back to Blanchisseuse, and we're going to continue again. Yeah? All right, so let's continue on. Back to Blanchisseuse. How did Lieutenant Griffith teach TASPO players their music? Was it A, by rote, phrase by phrase, by teaching them Western music, notation, and theory? He devised a simple way of notation that the players could understand by calling out the notes one at a time. A, B, C, or D? Jewel?
C.
C. He devised a simple way of notation. That's correct for 100 points. This one is going to keep getting interesting. Back to Trinity. Here's your question quickly. The G in the name G pan refers to the lowest note on each of the instruments. Is this true or false?
False.
False is correct for 100 points. Moving along. What is not a name for the governing body of the steel pan activities in Trinidad and Tobago? A, Trinidad and Tobago Steel Band Orchestra, the TTSBA. B, the Trinidad and Tobago Organization for Steel Bands, the TTOS. C, National Association of Trinidad and Tobago Steel Bandsmen, the NATTS. D, Pan Trinbago. 10 seconds to respond.
C.
C? C is actually incorrect. B is the answer we're looking for. Trinidad and Tobago Organization for Steel Bands is not one of the names. Let's move on. Trinity, why was Pan is Beautiful 6 carded for 1990 put off until 1992? Was it because of A, the attempted coup of 1990 and curfews that followed did not allow participants to prepare properly? B, Pan Trinbago ran out of money and they laugh. C, the rainy season caused bad weather that year, and as a result, the panists could not reach their panyards to rehearse. A, B, C, or D?
A.
A, with confidence. Do you want the time at the start? That's correct, 100 points. Blanchisseuse, we're going back over to you. Final two questions. What year was the spirit of competition first felt in the Queen's Park Oval when metal beating bands such as Oval Boys and Alexander's Ragtime Band competed against each other? Was it in 1940? Answer A, 1941. Answer B, 1942. Answer C, 1943. Answer D. Monique?
B.
B, 1941 is incorrect. 1942 is the answer we're looking for. Very, very close. And these answers real close together too. Trinity, your chance here, guys, to pull a further forward and walk away with the big prize. During what year were the G-Pans unveiled in Trinidad? Was it A, 2005, B, 2006, C, 2007, or D, 2008? 10 seconds to respond.
C, 2007.
C, 2007 with confidence is correct for 100 points. Like they say, it's not over till the fat lady sings, so we still got 2 more team questions. I want to make sure everything is totally exhausted before we decide on the winner. These 2 team questions must be answered correctly, guys. I'm just looking forward to good responses. You at home learning some stuff today. You ready? Here we go. Name 2 of the 4 persons that conceptualized and developed the pie. Just give me 2 names. Who developed the pie? 10 seconds.
Keith Mianad and Brian Copeland.
Showing his knowledge, absolutely correct. 100 points. Earl Phillips and Marcel Byron, also among that list. Trinity, your final team question, and here we go. Briefly describe the role of Lawrence Jr. Hutchinson as it relates to the operations and functioning of the NSSO.
He, well, the stands and also to transport, also make sure that the tuners.
All right, we're out of time, and that answer I would think is incomplete, so unfortunately no points will be awarded there. But at the end of the day, guys, Trinity College, Mocha Maraval, 700 points. Blanche Shares from the North Coast, not too shabby with 600 points. And we are at the final. Congratulations to Trinity College. All right, so the Trinity guys are going to walk away with that major prize. We have the prize giving in just a little bit. Congratulations again to Blanche Shares.
Hold on. Don't be vexed now.
To deliver welcome remarks, I call on the President of PAN Trinbago, Mr. Keith Diaz.
I am so moved today of what I see for the future of our generation in our country and the history of the steel band movement our young people took up today. They came from Tobago. They came from south, they came from north, they came from east, and they came from the west. Are the 4 cardinal points of Trinidad and Tobago. And I show all the teachers who labored in the schools, who were here and present from preliminary to final, I want to thank you. The steel band movement, thank you. Because this is history. Where else you could write the history but in a university? Someone here who come today will be a professor in this university out of the steel band movement. We brought it here. We here today in Trinidad and Tobago takes things for granted. I am proud for these schools, these 27 schools who came on board. And the principals who had the gumption to agree for you young people to take up the challenge, not of no foreign history, not of other Caribbean history, not of no British history, but the history of Trinidad and Tobago, the steel band movement. Today, you dealt with the national instrument of our country. And you will see 10 years from now, I will have all your names. And PAN Trinbago will see you will lead something, somewhere, some organization, whether the country or even the Prime Minister of this country, he will come from those who come here today. I want to thank you very much.
And once again, our major sponsors are Republic Bank Limited and Caribbean Airlines. And now, to bring greetings on behalf of Caribbean Airlines is Ms. Alicia Cabrera, Senior Marketing Manager. Ms. Cabrera, please, let's welcome her.
Thank you, Sharon. Firstly, I would like to commend the executive of PAN Trinbago for this excellent initiative targeted towards the students to mainly increase their knowledge and appreciation of our national instrument as one that is indigenous to the Mecca of PAN, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's give them another round of applause this afternoon. Lastly, I would like to close by saying that Caribbean Airlines remains committed to provide the link regionally and internationally to export and import the culture. As a corporate sponsor, we pledge our support to Trinidad and Tobago to take PAN music global. Thank you very much. And congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Cabrera. And now I would like to invite Lisa McCarthy, Marketing Manager, Product Development, Deposits and Investments of Republic Bank Limited, to deliver remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really an honor to be here today to represent Republic Bank and to share this day with you. As we continue to develop minds and abilities and you mix some fun with healthy competition and work together to achieve common goals, always remember that it's up to you to ensure that your cultural legacy survives well beyond the 21st century. Based on what we've seen today from KNOW RAMA, we are sure that our cultural heritage is not only in good hands, but it's also backed by bright minds. And I want to wish you all the best in the years to come. Congratulations on all the hard work that you have put in for this competition. One of my goals in life is to learn to play a musical instrument, because I started in school but didn't finish. And it was between the piano and pan. And I chose pan because, one, it's our local instrument, and it seems like a lot of fun. So that is one of my goals that I am going to accomplish. I want to learn to play the pan. So I thought I'd share that with you today.
I want to let you know that I am very excited about this opportunity for a number of reasons. First of all, the steel pan, as I have always said, represents for us in Trinidad and Tobago our iconic symbol of who we are as a people. The Ministry of the Arts and Multiculturalism, we are clear in our mind that the steel band has to be lifted up to a place, and that is why we have invested so much effort and time in supporting this international conference on Panorama. We believe that it would represent for us, it would establish once and for all Trinidad and Tobago in its place in the world of steel pan. It would establish also PAN Trinbago as the world governing body of steel band and a much better person. So let me thank you for your enthusiasm. As I walked around and I engaged some of you, I realized you were quite engaged and enthusiastic about what you're doing, and I want to commend you for that. I want to commend all the teachers for participating and supporting the children through this experience. Peace to you.
PAN Trinbago and the ICP Secretariat present PAN on the Rise,
the International Conference and Panorama 2015.
On Sunday, 9th August, Can Japan handle phase 2? Can the United States compare to excellence?
Come and experience France, England, Canada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Martin, Japan and Jamaica as they come up against the best of Trinidad and Tobago. On Sunday, 9th August, start time 3 p.m. sharp. Queen's Park, Savannah,
the Mecca of Pan.
Tickets available at Cleves One Stop, Crosby's, WAC Radio 90.1 FM, CAMS, Atalees and Pan Trinbago Head Office. For ticket information, check the newspapers for details or call 751-3574, 752-0193, 623-4486 or 625-3556. Be part of this historic international event.
Pan on the rise. Don't miss it.